right, Sunday Night Football. Falcons and Vikings getting after it in Minnesota. Joe and Jingles coming at you with our best bets for the game. 4 in total. Before we get into those, make sure you hit that like button right down there. Make sure you are subscribed to the Covers YouTube channel. Now then, let us get right into the action. I'm going to get us started by going over on the Vikings team total with the number sitting there at 23.5 points. So yeah, absolutely. It took them a while to get going in week 1 against the Bears, but I do like them to bring that momentum that they built in the fourth quarter of that game into this game on their home field. They are much better on their home field compared to on the road. At least this was the case last season. They averaged 7 more points at home compared to on the road. Also ranked 5th in the NFL in yards per play on their home field. One of those home games just came last December versus this Falcons team. They scored 42 points off 7.7 yards per play. I know, different quarterback, but still, you really do have to consider that for what it is worth. Atlanta ranked near the bottom of the league in yards per play allowed on the road last season. So let's hope these home-away split patterns from last season carry into this game. Vikings to go over their team total. Okay, Jingles, you got a touchdown score. Who are we looking at?
Yeah, you brought up a good point. It took Minnesota a little while to get going in week 1, and a lot of that had to do with Jordan Mason and how hard he was running late in that game, especially in the fourth quarter, where it seemed like he was ripping off 9-yard gains every first down, giving J.J. McCarthy 2nd and 1, where they could get very creative in that offense. Mason looked like the better back on Monday night, and I think this is the guy who's going to be running on first and second down with Aaron Jones handling most of the passing down work. Mason logged 50% of the snap share, handled 15 of the 23 running back carries. But as I said, his efficiency and his strength worked a lot better late in that game. He also had all the red zone carries. There were only 2 of them. They were between the 10 and 20-yard line. But this is a guy who ran with more authority, should be in line for another 15 touches Sunday night in a solid indoor matchup. Neutral game script. Give me this TD to -125.
Okay, next up for me, my favorite player prop for the game. Let's go Drake London to go over his receiving yard total of 71.5. So yes, indeed, he is dealing with a shoulder injury, but according to their head coach, he is expected to play, and it is all about the volume for him, which has been absolutely insane with Michael Penix at quarterback. Last week, 15 targets. Week 18 of last season, 18 targets. Week 17 of last season, 13 targets. Now he's going up against a team that allowed the 2nd most yards to wide receivers in all of last season. It's supposed to be a big breakout season here for London. Going to be a good opportunity for him on Sunday night to go over his receiving yard total. Okay, Jingles, another big-time playmaker on the Falcons, Bijan Robinson. What do you like for him?
Bijan, I think he corrected everybody this year in the preseason saying, you guys are saying it's Bijan Robinson, over 3.5 receptions, getting the -123. This is on the rise. Saw 7 targets on the offense that finished dead last in rush success rate and 28th in EPA per rush. So struggling to run the ball. What do you do when you do that? You got to get the ball into Bijan's hands. Going to do it through the passing game. You mentioned the shoulder injury to Drake London. Well, Darnell Mooney also dealing with a shoulder injury himself. So there could be a possibility of more targets to go around. Minnesota, interesting enough, last Monday didn't blitz a ton, finishing 13th in blitz percentage, but they can certainly dial it up. They were the heaviest blitz team in football, leaving possibly more quick decisions for Michael Penix to make, checking down to Bijan. Could be an interesting game. This is a guy who can finish. There's not a lot of backs in the league who say they can finish with 7 catches in a game, and that's certainly on the table for Robinson. And positive game script, neutral game script, or even negative game script, this can go in his favor. So over 3.5 receptions, -123 projection, over 4. Let's go, Joe.
Okay, there you have it. Our best bets for the Sunday night football game. Enjoy the game on Sunday night. Best of luck with your bets, and we'll see you right back here for Monday Night Football. Woo!